Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hello, everybody. Live from Podville Media, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. Glad to have you along. Wormleysburg, Pennsylvania, Loomis, California, Stephenville, Texas, Seaside Heights, New Jersey, Sapporo, Japan, and Samarkand, Uzbekistan.
Congrats. I think you got them in every day this week.
That's, it's always nice. I mean, you take the time to do it. People take the time to send it in. The very least I can do.
Love it.
In my humble opinion. That's the welcome to the show. Whoa, whoa. Something I wrote down yesterday, and this is not the lead on the show today. There's a lot to talk about on the show today, but I just had to start with this today because I noticed that the Steve Miller Band is coming to Southwest Florida, right around the corner. And I have always been confused about the Steve Miller Band. I have always thought, that is which one is this? Which one of his 6 hits is this?
This is Space Intro into Jet Airliner.
Okay. All right. Very popular song, not bad lyrics.
No.
With that.
Steve Miller is, I'm a toker, I'm a smoker.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's
his good lyric.
Joker.
That's the Joker, yeah.
That's his
That's
wonderful
all I know.
lyric.
That's all I know.
I have most of his LPs. I like the Steve Miller sound.
I will tell you, where Steve Miller lost it for me
I think
was
I know.
Abracadabra.
Yes, I could have predicted it.
I'm so sorry to say that, but it is true.
What's abracadabra?
Abracadabra, I
I know it's
want to
magic.
reach out and grab you.
Oh, that's a terrible lyric.
I
It's
don't
definitely
think I think
a
you
rhyming
forfeit.
dictionary.
I think you forfeit your right, to be on a concert stage when you write a lyric that simple.
Wow, you're that dismissive?
Round and round she goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. I mean, really? With that, now you look at the early stuff.
Yeah.
And all right, turn off the Steve Miller, please.
Oh,
I'm glad
okay.
you have it, but I mean, it's okay. The hits are, let's see, I'm a Joker. I'm a joke. The Joker.
Yeah, the Joker.
Then you have Abracadabra.
Yes.
What are some of the other hits from Steve Miller?
Fly Like an Eagle.
Fly like an eagle to the sky.
To the
What is
sea.
it? To the sea.
Yeah.
Fly like an eagle. Let the spirits. I hate his lyric.
What about Mike, the Space Cowboy?
Which one? What's the lyric to that?
They say, some people call me the Space
Space
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Some
Sometimes
people call
that's
me
the Joker.
Maurice.
That's not the Space
No.
Cowboy. That's the Joker.
Oh, you're right. I misspoke.
That's not Space Cowboy.
But he
Space
does a song
Cowboy
called Space
was
Cowboy.
another song released on the popularity of the Joker.
Yes, this is what I meant, Mike. I'm sorry.
Which to me that's his greatest song right there.
Really?
Yeah, that's the one I like.
I like.
It's just what do you like?
I'm curious if you would like this. I like one of his old songs, "Living in the USA."
Space Cowboy's the best one.
That's the Joker.
Joker.
Oh, it's the same song?
Yeah. No.
Oh, I'm lost.
I mean, this has got a
Do
good
they
sound
have
to
any?
it.
Do you have any Tito Puente?
I do,
Oh,
but it's stay on topic.
what about Celia Cruz? Juan Gabriel.
I would think you would like this, Mike.
Julio
Yeah, that's
Iglesias.
good. I'm not saying his music. I'm
Yeah.
saying that song. I know he's had hits,
El
Yeah.
Rey.
but I am simply telling you that the particular
Gloria Estefan.
I know that you are not a fan of Abracadabra, and it's repetitive too.
Selena.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Steve Miller's coming.
Are you going to go?
No, I'm
You
not.
should
I
take
won't be here.
Michael.
Huh?
Oh, you
No,
won't
I
be
won't
there.
be-
You won't be there.
Stop with the phone call.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Oscar, stop
I just
calling
keep
him.
calling you during the show.
I
It's
know.
so weird.
You're doing
It's a
great.
Pharmacy call.
I'm just pranking
Glad
you.
you got your peepers up at 9 a.m.
Abracadabra, it's me.
I'm going to reach out and grab you.
Yeah. So, all right, to the new phase.
Yes.
So I called Carla right after the show with a FaceTime. She was
Okay.
in between clients,
Right.
and I called her because I didn't
Did
want to
she
wait.
pick up?
She wasn't getting home until 5, 6 o'clock at night. So I didn't want to wait all day to have that happen. So I call her down at the face washing store, and I ask her, I said, "Hi, how you doing?" And I said, "Can I FaceTime you?" And then I start to FaceTime her with Cheap Mobile,
Yes.
my new C-Mobile, which is the T-Mobile, which just sucks. That's why it's cheaper. So for all those that might
I
want to
told
know
you to go
about that.
Verizon. I don't know
Well,
why you did
Verizon was too expensive.
I have American Telephone and
that.
Telegraph.
No.
Yeah, well,
Like-
you'll never change anything, so you've had that forever. and
Yeah,
you
but
don't
it gives
change,
me free HBO for life.
Okay,
Well-
good for you. All right. So anyway, moving
So
on.
they say.
I decide I'm going to FaceTime with her.
Okay. And she accepts that. Is that a common thing, or is she going to already
It just got all
be
muddled up, and then I
suspicious?
finally I say, "Is there something? Hi, how you doing?" And I'm looking at her, and she
Mhm.
doesn't notice at first, which people told me with the translucent beard, I had
Right.
people would notice. And then she goes, "Oh." Now
Like
Carla
sad
has
oh?
good question. By the way, I nicked myself shaving. I don't know if we're still there.
You can't tell.
It's a little
No.
nick.
You can't. You got to get used to it. It's a new strategy.
Well, shaving around here is something I don't know how to do. I swear to God,
You
my whole
haven't done
life
it
I've
in
had
years,
At least something
yeah.
on my upper lip.
Yeah.
But getting back to Carla's reaction, that reaction was not what I expected, and it was a reaction that she has a long history of. I said to her, "There is a computer chip in your brain where reacting to things is off. You just don't do it well. You
Hasn't
don't-
she has
you-
a-
if you're
she has
trying
a
to lie,
history,
you don't
right?
lie well. Yeah, but the engagement. With
That's what I
lack of
thought, yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
We've been together for 1,000,000 years, so that proved to be successful.
Mhm.
But I have to say that the reaction to the shaving of the beard was not what I didn't expect her to go, "Oh my God, that looks great." It was more, well, that's what I got. Oh.
See,
What
I
is
would
that?
take
What
that.
is that when a woman does that? That is pathetic, right? That is, you
No.
are such
No,
a
no,
baby
no,
face
it's-
pathetic.
It's
I
it's
don't know.
minimizing you, but it's calling you cute. That's what I read from it.
I thought, you know your wife better than we do. You should know
I know
this.
I should, but I don't know this. and I got
Can we
pissed
call
off.
her and ask her? Will she answer?
She's probably in the.
You don't
she
have to
might be
call her
10
there. We
minutes
can
in.
call her from the studio.
All right, call her from the studio. Do you know her number?
Yes.
All
Let
right,
me
call
send
her
it to
from the
Matt
studio.
Bloom.
But
All right.
she's probably got a face thing in 10 minutes.
Well, we can.
so this is
it
gonna
could
be
work.
she's gonna be rushed.
It'll be
I don't
quick.
know.
Yeah.
It'll be quick.
It'll be nice to have her on the show.
Matt,
let's,
I'm sending you Carla's number.
All right, this ought to
Thank you.
take a half an hour.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
All right, here we go. We're gonna call Carla.
So how did the
show.
noise go again?
Oh.
It's you know what? It's
I
yeah,
didn't like
it's
it. I didn't care
It's
for it.
infantilizing you. Is that the word?
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
What did your
he's-
son say while we get Carla on the line?
He didn't even notice until I said, "Michael, is there something?" What?
He's a dude.
What, Dad?
Dude.
Yeah.
I said, "Come in." Yeah, he's a dude. And then he looked at it and he was curious, and then he said he liked it. When I woke him up this morning, he said, "I like it."
Oh, that's sweet of him.
So that's my man right there.
Excellent.
I have a note that was given to me that I'll wait till after Carla's on.
Mhm.
If she picks up.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? You're on the air.
Hi. Thanks for calling Derm Glow Skin. This is Carla, the pampering esthetician.
You see how do you see how the quality of her phone sounds? Do you see how she sounds like she's on a 1920s phone with that T-Mobile?
I'm not. We're talking about something else, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
On
what's
topic.
going on?
Carla?
My client just pulled up.
I know, Carla. Just
Okay.
briefly. Mike doesn't know how you feel about his face.
Yeah, he changed his face.
He did. He changed his face, and he's having a hard time understanding that
Yeah,
I need a moment
because of
to
you.
get used to it.
There it is.
Oh, so you don't like it?
She doesn't like it.
No, it's different.
It's-
It's like
it's-
I've been looking at him for 20 years with a beard, and when it's cut off, I mean, it kind of wigs you out a little bit. You know, you look, you're
There
like,
it
oh my
is.
God, like.
Yeah.
But isn't it?
You got interpret that.
Yeah.
Isn't there a
In
trace
terms
of
of
you
that.
that's excited because it's like being with a new man?
You know, Shecky, sometimes I want to reach through the screen and rip your throat out. I
Mike?
swear to God.
Thank you, Carla. We're gonna let you get back to work.
Oh,
Appreciate
wait,
it.
before you go. I know
on,
your
sorry.
client's there. Do you like it or not? Do you want me to grow it back or not? If you
I'd
had to for the
say
rest of my
not
life.
not right now.
TBD.
I mean, okay, hold on. Katie, is it yes or no? Just say yes or no. Yes. Yes, she said yes. Grow it back.
Oh.
Okay. That's
Oh,
it.
All right.
That was my client.
Done. That's how
Thanks,
important it is
Katie.
to her. That's how much
Love
she
you.
loves me without facial hair.
Man.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop
okay.
it.
No, it's the truth.
Before
It's the
she
truth.
goes, Mike, what would have been your ideal reaction from Carla?
Yeah.
That
he says I never
looks.
react correctly.
Carla, when Carla likes something, she'll let you know immediately. When she
Yeah.
doesn't, she'll pull this crap.
Yeah. She's
Well,
like
that's
this
what it
around me a lot.
Because I think you're a dork.
I know you do.
All right.
Right.
He cut
Thank
his
you.
goatee off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He cut his goatee off. Can you believe that he cut it off?
It'll
I'm
grow
just
back.
kidding.
Okay, have fun.
So
Go watch
much
it
laughter.
first.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Mike, there's so much jocularity at the face place.
It's a very happy place. She's
Maybe-
not even in her place.
No.
She's in a tailor shop
Maybe,
Oh, that's right.
temporarily.
Yeah.
You know, and
Ca-
so
may I
she'll
make
be in
an
her new place when we
observation?
get back from vacation.
This may be that she feels threatened by your new face.
No,
You look
way.
younger.
I can't threaten anybody.
No,
I
Mike.
have to
You've
be
got
realist.
mojo.
I
Yeah.
have to
You've
be a
got
realist.
mojo.
You're using that word
you might be
again.
mercurial, but you've got mojo.
Oh, he's using
I-
all his words.
I believe with all of my heart that this will be a I don't represent any kind of threat to the ladies. For God's sakes, I'm getting my diabetes blood work today as I battle the fringes of diabetes based on this drug that I'm taking. So it's just,
Will you
health-wise-
stay beardless for the trip to Maine so your family could see you without a
Well, it
beard?
doesn't matter. I mean, if I've made that decision already because it won't grow back in time.
Well, you could
To see
see. I
people.
mean,
I see people tomorrow. So
oh, okay. It
that's
is
that.
really soon. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
pull your neck back again?
No, I
It's
can't.
a party
Come on,
trick.
you look so young.
No, I can't.
You look 20 years younger.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you for saying that, though. That would have been nice. You look so much younger.
Well, that's
That
what
would have
that's what
been-
Shannon brought up to me this morning. She's been thinking about you and your face.
Yeah.
She goes, you know what?
Well, the beard being white is a kind of a dead giveaway. that you're
Shannon
old.
legit said when Mike pulled back his neck, he looked like he was 20 years younger. And I said, I didn't notice that. I thought
when he
I thought
pulled
he
back his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
I agree.
Let me see it. Oh, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. Big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about a new watch or car. Just break off 10 G's and let's
No,
get
I'm
that
not.
done.
That's
Yeah.
not
Get a
in a
chip
million years.
Yeah. Yeah. Call Carrie. She'll tell you.
No, don't care to do that.
Yeah. Neither
How does
do
she
I.
feel about that after all that money spent?
She is less than perfect with it.
She doesn't look happy.
But I think.
I mean, no, she looks good, but she doesn't seem happy. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
thought it was because of the way they put her
No.
eyebrows.
No,
Uh,
I don't notice eyebrows. I didn't notice that.
I think she looks sensational, and I'm glad that they did all that work, and she still looks like my wife and not different. But
wife.
I think she wanted something more out of it, and I kind of told her all along. I said, this is going to change some things, but not incredibly.
I was
and-
watching. Speaking of things that aren't worth it, I was watching one of my slot channels last night.
Yes.
There's a dude. I won't mention his name because I don't want to give him a free plug. And he put up the greatest video for motivating you not to gamble that I have ever seen in my life.
What did he do?
This dude put $250,000 in a slot machine in about an hour and 10 minutes and lost.
That
Wow.
should sober you up.
How much a
That
pull?
is a
was that
wake-up call.
Was it $100 a pull?
$5,000 a pull.
Oh my God!
That's
I didn't even
painful.
know such a thing existed.
Jeez,
$25
Louise.
machine.
No,
$5,000 a pull.
I won't do it.
Oh wow!
It's painful.
Wow.
It was amazing. And he's out there going, hey, he's you can see that he's doing everything humanly possible. First of all, the guy's got to have pockets if he does that.
Sure.
So if he's doing that, whatever his hustle is, he's probably got pockets. But at the same time, you can look at him trying to be, how's he trying to be? Trying to be unconcerned about it, but you can see, because he flips over to his face, you see him once in a while.
Yeah.
And he goes through every possible negative incarnation of playing slot machines that I've experienced on a vastly lower level.
Yes.
And that is he's putting $50,000 tickets in the machine,
Mhm.
and he puts one in after the other, and then the last one, he's gone through $200,000, and he's trying to put his last ticket in, and it won't take the voucher because it's not working,
Right.
and he has to do the weight.
Oh no!
And the weight from these, pardon my French, the weight from these fuckers at the casino
Mhm.
takes like 15 minutes, and he's doing a live video,
Yeah.
and you see him walk right up. I would have been throwing drinks in people's faces.
At any
This
point,
guy,
was
you
he
see
up?
him almost twitching. He saw, and then the guy comes over. The guy from the casino
Right.
comes over. Guy looks like Ving Rhames and has kind of the personality
Yes.
of Ving Rhames,
Right.
and comes over and goes, "Here's your ticket."
That's
no,
it?
You're special. No, nothing, and boom, gone.
At any
Gone,
point.
gone.
At any point, was he up?
He was up. No. Overall,
Oh,
no.
my
No,
God.
you can't gamble that much and recover if you're not hitting some sort of massive
Progressive
jackpot.
something,
Not a. He hits jackpot after jackpot after jackpot, but they don't equal the pay of the
Right.
money that he put in.
Mhm.
So it was just, it was stunning. It was stunning and enlightening at the same time. So when you watch these things, I would urge the people that are doing this to make a living to put more of those moments out there. You can't just get on, record only your successes and say gamble responsibly, because I firmly believe that when you're putting that up there, you are contributing to people that might get dissuaded from gambling what they don't have to go out there. Everybody gambles what they don't have. Then nobody should gamble anything, in my humble opinion.
Nobody.
But it's fun, and the game playing is what I do it for. I know that because when I've won in the past, it's not the win as much as playing the game.
The action.
At least
You've
that's what
always
they
said
count
it's the action.
It is. It really. But this was otherworldly, and you saw the guy, and it was. He looks like. Oh God, he looks like an actor. He looks kind of like. Who's the guy that was the mayor? Michael Chiklis. He looks kind of like Michael.
Oh,
Chiklis.
so he's handsome.
Michael Chiklis?
Handsome guy.
Yeah.
So it was stunning to watch. I always talk about watching my videos, and this one was just like, oh my God. And by the way, I wish there were more of those out there.
Yeah, there
I'd love
could
to
be.
see
It could
people
trend of
pissing it away like that.
big casino losers.
Yeah. Oh, that would be casino losers. But that, who knows? People like to see somebody hit. So it was something else. Let's not wait any longer.
We're a special bunch.
Let's not wait any longer for our talking head. Let's bring him in right now. Our talking head is Mr. Jeff Hedrick. Is it Hedrick, Rob?
Hedrick.
Jeff Hedrick is a Sacramento native who now lives in Tehachapi, California.
I think it's Tehachapi. I think.
Thanks for the pronouncer.
Yes.
Tehachapi, California. He found the show. You knew it. How did you know it?
He talked to him.
I talked to him yesterday.
Okay.
But I'm not certain of it, so I don't know.
He found the show because he hated school. He has been listening since 1992. He's been married for 18 years to his lovely wife, Angela. Has 2 boys, Zachary and Brady. Zachary's 18 and Brady's 14. He listens every day and went to New Orleans to see our live show. Way to go. He had a blast. He started out as a home remodeler, and after a series of interesting jobs, he ended up running an oil refinery. That's got to be tough.
Yeah.
Tally Oil takes oil from the ground and processes it into an emulsion for road repairs. Love to hear about that. He builds old cars and hot rods and is currently working on a 700 horsepower 87 Mercedes S-Class. That is cool there. I like that. He also loves to cook and builds stupid, ridiculous car stereo systems. The kind of guy you'd like to live next door to.
Yes.
I'd love that. Mm-hmm. And he was once nearly on the Discovery Channel. Intrigued? You should be. Now here is Jeff Hedrick. Jeff, thanks for coming on the show. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. I want to start with the business you're in. I guess your day job, right? The oil refinery type of thing where working in that. I've always thought that anything to do with that kind of processing of fossil fuels would have an element, a safety element to it, where you got to kind of be careful when you're dealing with that flammable stuff. Although crude oil is crude oil flammable? I don't know whether it's crude oil's flammable. Yeah, that's why you have those oil rigs. But that's got to be interesting work. How does one get into the oil refinery biz?
By accident.
Okay.
So I got into road construction, and that led into moving companies to a different company, which actually makes road emulsions. And
what are road emulsions?
So we do chip seal work and slurry seal. So you spray, basically it's oil, soap, and water on the ground, and then you put rock over the top of it. And what I did was operate the piece of equipment that put the rock on it. And
all right, so just so I can be specific about this, so you put the goo down, right?
Yep.
And then you put the rock on top of it, and then do you put a cover, and do they asphalt on top of that?
No, the rock is there. There's different processes, but most of the time the rock is exposed. You just roll it flat. And,
you roll it flat so it's a smooth surface for a road.
Yeah. Yep.
And you can do this on a highway, back road, anywhere, right?
Yep. Neighborhoods, highways. Okay. I've done it all.
All right. Back of Rob's head.
Not his most successful project.
Yeah. By the way, it's great to have a talking head on today after I got rid of what little facial hair I had that has, as some might say, facial hair for days.
Yeah,
that's a hell of
some.
a beard.
Yeah,
that is a hell of a beard you got there, Jeff.
I'll get sick of it and shave it off too. So
okay, well,
I go through times.
Yours would be more dramatic if you shave yours up because you've got a very heavy beard there. So you're working at the refinery. Most dangerous thing about working in an environment like that.
Getting burnt. Everything is about, all of our tanks are about 350 degrees, and the heat that we use to actually distill the asphalt that we're extracting is 600 degrees.
Oof.
So yeah, everything around us is hot.
So you don't want to, you have to have obviously a lot of protocols in place for
face shields,
a rookie coming in,
hot
shields.
Gloves. Yeah.
Have you seen anybody get hurt ever?
Yeah. We had a a valve pop open and spray one of our guys on the side of the face.
Ooh.
It was not a fun sight.
I bet. Oh my God, that's awesome. And so you get back from doing your work there, and you chill out by working on automobiles, old cars, and hot rods. And how much do you put a lot of time into that?
Every other waking hour that I'm not here.
Okay, so
Mike,
that's it.
You mentioned in the bio the 700 horsepower Mercedes. It's not at 700 horsepower yet, what he told me yesterday, but he's getting there. But I'd like to play you a tape of it idling. Now, keep in mind, this is a Mercedes S-Class, which when you see it on the road, you wouldn't think of it as a loud car.
No,
but this is his.
All about the exhaust, baby. Listen to that.
So it's pretty wild.
You'd be great down in my neck of the woods. I get up at 5 a.m. Carla got up maybe 5 minutes after I did, and we hear at 5:10 out on the road next to our house. We hear wah, wah, and that's not coming back from a bar or anything. That is a dude going to work, and we hear it it's like our little road. You guys have been on this road.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about. The road right outside my community here, it is a racetrack. It is actually
I can imagine
a racetrack. So I'm going to the pics. You sent some pictures of the stuff you're working on right now. And is the hot rodding thing something you'd like to maybe do full time, or do you have to keep the gig at the refinery?
People have tried to talk me into building cars, as a full-time thing. I couldn't do it. It's fun to go out and do when I want to, but doing it as an everyday, I'd get burnt out on it.
Is that a Ford Falcon I'm looking at in your first picture here?
A Galaxy 500.
Ford Galaxy. And then the Chevy in back of it is a 50s Chevy, right?
No. It's a 51 Plymouth.
A 51 Plymouth? And then in back of that, is that a Suburban of some kind?
International Travel All.
Oh,
that's the one I'm working on right now.
Wow.
Okay, so if you get that right, you move that for a decent amount of change, right?
Believe it or not, I bought that three or 4 years ago, and I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for something else. Ran across it, picked it up for $6,000, and made the deal with the guy. And then went to pick it up the following week. And when I got there, the guy kind of realized he had made a mistake. He's like, maybe I should have done more research on these, because I had done some research after I found it because I didn't know much about them.
Right.
They go for about 25 grand.
25 grand unrestored.
Yeah, that one has 48,000 miles on it.
That is astonishing.
So it's like new. What year was it again?
It's a 72.
Wow.
If you fully restore that and, new paint job, new everything, runs good, all that, interior done, what would you be able to sell that car for in good shape restoration?
Probably 40 to 50 grand.
That's it. Yeah. They're so cool. They're so beautiful. Yes, Oscar Santana.
Are you taking new applications for friends online, Jeff?
I sent you a friend request, but it takes a friend to be a friend.
There it is. How about that?
Damn.
Snap
Face.
from our talking head. Fantastico.
Jeff, that was the burn of the year.
I have a question for you as far as the property I'm looking at right here. Does Walter White have a meth lab on that property somewhere?
Hey, not yet. I would be able to afford my cars better if I did.
Then we've got a blue Mercedes. You got tons of great these
My
cars.
Mercedes.
My Mercedes.
So I can tell you by looking at these, you don't necessarily race out and buy. You're selective with the cars that. Well, no, but I mean, some people buy these things for $500.
No, you're not a hoarder.
They look like crap.
Both of those Mercedes, the silver one I paid $400 for, and the blue one we bought for $500.
Wow.
They're in great. So outside of the hood. And did you prep the hood? Has the hood been prepped, or is that just the way it came?
No, that was off another car that I use for parts.
So I mean that run. They both look like they run, right?
Yeah, no, they're both runners. The blue one's my kid's. It's a diesel. It runs good.
It's like a stealth fighter.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get? I mean, where do you go to source these? Is it mostly online that you find these?
Facebook, just scouring Facebook, but dealing with people on Facebook is not fun. So
yeah, it's like Craigslist 20 years ago.
Yeah,
you can get
sweaty handshakes.
It's same with watches. You can get screwed on Facebook.
Well, do you ever run into a scorned lover that's like, "Hey, just get this off my lot. Get this out of my driveway."
You mean like they hate the car so bad?
Yeah, like the guy left with the babysitter, so she's like, the title's in my name. Just get this out.
Yeah, there's an urban legend about a guy that bought a Porsche for $100 because
a power Porsche.
Yeah, it's not a power Porsche, and that he ran away with another woman, and he mailed back to his wife, said, "Please sell my Porsche and send me the money."
Really?
So these cars look great, and now the Harvester is that. Are you? It looks to me like maybe you've done some restoring on it already.
It is currently disassembled in the front end. They don't make hardly any parts for them.
Right.
So I have since cut the whole front of the frame off and welded a Chevy truck front end on it. And
was that successful?
Nice.
Were you able to? Because sometimes that can work, sometimes it can't.
Yeah, no, it's almost all back together. Hopefully within the next month or two, it'll be up and running. Just money.
Jeff,
money.
What's it like to be a real man?
Yeah, tell us.
I'm broke all the time.
Hey, I can do that part.
Though, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think most guys hear about car restoration.
Yeah,
I find it fascinating.
I want to learn how to weld.
Yeah.
Well, Oscar, you have to do it for a long time. All these things you have to do. Did you come by it honest? Did your family do a lot of car work or anything like that?
My dad actually used to build hot rods when I was a kid.
There it is.
He was a car painter for a while, and then he went back to being in the military. So, but yeah, I grew up around cars.
Every one of the cars you've got on your lot, every one that I'm looking at the Harvester, I'm looking at the Ford Galaxy, I'm looking at the two Mercedes. Every one of them, I mean, restored would be something that people would be interested in, big time interested in. So have you had a score yet with these cars, or are they all just you buy them and then you go to the refinery?
I buy them and keep them because I've sold a few of them and then I always regret it.
Really? So you just you're a hoarder, really, is what you are.
Hey, it's not a bad thing.
A collector.
The problem.
A collector.
The problem is paying registration and insurance and all that stuff on them. I mean, it's like having a car payment every month.
How long have you been restoring automobiles? Like, when did you start solidly?
16, 17.
So in the time that you've done it, I'll guess 20, 25 years, Has the market changed? Is it harder to find parts? Is it easier to find parts? Is it harder to find those rare cars? Are they much more expensive than they were?
It's ridiculous now. You can't find parts for anything. Everybody thinks it's gold. TV shows have killed the market.
Yep, those damn the pickers.
I hate them.
American pickers.
Mike Wolf.
Well, I mean, think of what it does to jukeboxes. Every time they play one of those idiots on TV and they buy a jukebox, what's it do to the jukebox market?
Yeah, it drives it up. It does.
It drives it up. So
or you get an idiot on a podcast talking about jukeboxes all the time.
Don't call him an idiot, Mike. He's our guest.
It is beautiful.
So this is fun. I mean, that's great. So you do this in your spare time, but you don't like to part with them. So you're not obviously in this for the moolah, but isn't that everything, though? Everything, it seems to me, that brings joy to people of any kind has just inflation. Taking a ride on the inflation jet. It really is.
And then Carrie makes
crazy.
you sell it.
What's that?
And, well, and then Carrie makes you sell
your
it.
microphones don't count as the car.
You would be surprised how they've appreciated.
Well, have you made some scores with your microphones?
I have, but you know what? Like Jeff said, I miss them. I wish I hadn't sold them.
I used to have a garage full of golf clubs. They've all been traded in.
Do you miss them?
Because no, I don't. I don't. I really don't think so.
I
never. You always think you're going to go back to them, and you never.
You always
do.
look forward.
Yeah,
just like your wives.
I mean, when I'm looking at the internet, the one that fascinates me is what did you say? Wives?
Nothing. I said you always look forward, just like your wives.
Well,
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen with the beard being gone. How she's going to feel about. No, the future's promised to no one.
That's right.
Let's.
Hi, honey, I'm home. Pull your face
All
back.
right, so let me look at your. I haven't even looked. I've been looking at the pictures of.
Yes.
Oh, who's the lovely lady sitting on the back of the International Harvest? Is that the wife?
No. That was
a model.
It was a model.
She looks like a fitness model. She a bodybuilder?
Definitely. Yeah, she could have crushed your head with her legs.
Yeah, she was Miss International Harvester 2014. Yeah,
that's amazing. Love that silver Mercedes too. What's that? Is that an S?
Yeah. It originally was an SDL 300, so it was a diesel, and I had originally built that motor up, and it was probably 350, 400 horse out of the diesel, and my wife likes to steal the cars. She complains that I spend too much money on them, and then she takes them from me.
So she could take one of those Mercedes and just drive it around. It's perfectly okay.
Yeah. She blew the transmission up in the silver one before. That's what turned into the motor swap and the 700 horsepower deal.
Stop it, Mike! What is the matter with you?
I don't know what's wrong. It's because Carla didn't like my beard.
I know you're in a weird place.
I really don't know.
Yeah. So I build them and she blows them up, and then I fix them again, and now she doesn't want to drive it because she's terrified of it.
Does she do so you do the hot rodding too, or is that just building them, or do you race them as well?
No, I really don't race them. I just like to build them, go to car shows, stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, he's like an honest car collector builder.
Yeah.
Were you almost on the Discovery Channel with like a car restoration show?
Yeah, we were. It was all planned on a car that my uncle had owned for 40 years, and the guy had all the parts for it, and it was planned to be built. I show up to the guy's house with tools in hand, ready to do all the suspension on it, and nothing's happening. So made some phone calls, and he basically told Discovery Channel to pound sand because they changed the whole build plan on his car.
So you were promised kind of an opportunity for a reality show, and it never panned out.
Yeah, but you know what?
I've had that happen to me. People that do that are dicks.
Yeah, they're the worst.
The worst.
Yeah, you film a couple pilots and it never makes it to air.
Spend a whole day shooting.
Jeez,
what's that guy's name? Oscar. What's his name again?
I like not to burn bridges, Mike. So,
Mike, I think his name was Dick.
Trickle.
But anywho, yeah. So this is cool, and you've been listening to the show for a very long time, right?
Yep, since high school.
And what do you like best about the every incarnation of the show? What's the common thread? What keeps you there, my friend Jeff Hedrick?
You know what? Just the amount of bullshit that you guys do.
Thank you.
You bust you bust each other's balls. You bust everybody's balls. I mean,
We do.
Rob's love for Luke Bryan and Tom Hanks and all that stuff. It just
hey, Rob,
that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, and I like that. Thank you kindly.
What do you like about me?
Hey, you know what, Oscar? Without you, this probably wouldn't be here.
Oh,
That's there it is.
Wow.
And I totally agree with it. I 100% agree.
Thank you.
And when I started listening to the podcast, it was tough getting used to Oscar.
I was.
Just because nothing against you. I was used to Don and Mike and Rob. And then, that ended and it was different and it took a while to get used to.
Yeah,
but now
absolutely.
It's not the same without one of you gone,
Oh,
I'm going
you.
on vacation after this show, Jeff. So
you get a week off, Jeff.
So
yeah.
That's fine. Well, listen, before we let you go, I loved chatting with everybody that does this. This is our first guy that's done car restoring. As far as I know,
exactly.
right?
And our
Which is just so cool.
first guy to run an oil refinery too.
The oil refinery's fine, but
I think that's amazing.
I do too.
Well, no, I like the car restore. Okay, I know I'm glad the job, but we couldn't have done a half-an-hour interview on an oil refinery.
Yeah, we could.
Probably could. Yeah. Well, I can interview anybody about anything because that's my level of talent.
Can I ask a hack question?
Before we let him go,
Yes.
What was that?
That was a ding because of your level of talent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of all the movies set on oil derricks or like out at sea, which one's the most? I know it's not Armageddon, right? Which one's the most true to form of what it's like to do that type of work?
Honestly, I don't know because I don't do the pulling it out of the ground thing.
Yeah, he works in a refinery. He doesn't work out on a rig. He's not a roughneck. He works in a refinery.
Yeah, what's the best movie about refineries?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen one.
Yeah, there aren't any. That's the thing.
The oil refinery.
Disregard.
Which is great. This is cool. Anybody, before we let you go, Jeff, anybody you want to say hello to?
I'd love to say hi to my kids, Zachary and Brady, and my wife, Angela. I wouldn't be where I am without them.
That's awesome.
That's
and
sweet.
Keep doing it. You got some, really, as far as the cars you have,
Yes.
I love your selection of automobiles. And good luck with that. I'd love to be, if I had the ability, I'd be doing that as well. I've kind of transferred it into ruining watches in my spare time. So that's what
But to be fair, Mike does
probably
have
just as expensive.
Well, Mike does have a watch that runs.
I don't buy good ones. Not like yours. I mean, that cars are different. As far as watches, I'd love to, but I don't have it.
Mike, you should show him that watch you have that's 700 horsepower.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Jeff, thanks for the support. We appreciate that. Keep up the good work, and we'd love to have you back sometime. Call anytime when you get one of those babies ready to fly. If you want to sell one, we'll put it up on the screen. Excuse me, I burped. I apologize with my leg.
Man's man.
Yeah.
Take care, my friend.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right. Thank you, guys.
That's Jeff Hedrick, everybody. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more right here. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did you know that 80% of men, thanks, Pony, will experience hair thinning in their lifetime? But it doesn't have to be your fate. Take control of your hair health with Nutrafol, the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement. Nutrafol is clinically shown to improve hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Visit Nutrafol.com/men and take their hair health wellness quiz. And Nutrafol will provide you with a personalized plan for better health through whole body wellness. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code TMOS. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/men and enter promo code TMOS. That is a promo code that's going to benefit you to that thing there. Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you very much.
That thing there.
Nutrafol.com/men. Promo code TMOS. I got messed up at the end there. My sincere Apologies. Lots going on. Yes,
Yeah.
Mike's losing it. That's what I think
No,
now.
no,
Every
no.
time I
You're
screw up.
not
Every time I
losing
screw
it.
up, I think,
You're
oh,
fine.
Mike's losing it. Mike's losing it, Clancy. He's totally losing it.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Mike's losing it, and he's being pursued by 1930s cops.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, Clancy. Yes, sirree. All right, now
Clancy.
turn that up all the way. Very good. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I just pressed it. It's not working. You know when it works best?
When?
It works best when the machine is plugged into the system.
That's right,
That's when it
Clancy.
The
works.
machine.
Plug it in, Clancy.
The machine.
I have lost it. I've lost a step. There you
From
go.
the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device. It's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
I
You know,
don't-
I'd
I
love
don't
if somebody
think you
else
have.
do a little producing on this show.
I don't think
I'm
you-
done.
We
I'm
can't
running 18
control
different things.
you.
I know. Thank you. Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
You remember that name?
Yes.
They teach you that here. Do you remember?
Yes.
Brad.
Kevin Spacey is positive he'll be cleared of sexual assault charges. And according to him, so are a bunch of other people. He says, quote, I know that there are people right now who are ready to hire me the moment I am cleared of these charges in London. That's a stretch. The second that happens, they're ready to move forward. Spacey is up on 4 counts of sexual assault against 3 men. There were allegedly 3 separate incidents occurring in 2005, 2008, and 2013. He is due to appear in a London court tomorrow. And all I can ask you guys is, do you think that's true? Do you think that if he is acquitted, that he would be back working as a working actor? Can anybody hire him?
On the slimmest chance that he is found innocent of all the charges, which I find very unlikely because it seems to be a trend when there's 3 of them.
Right.
He's tainted goods. He cannot work in America and Hollywood again. He might be able to do British theater.
He destroyed so many lives, but also so much business.
Yes.
That's you don't come back from that.
No.
Probably not. So
Yeah.
I think he's, but you know, at least wait till the trial's over. Thank you very much.
Okay.
That's the way I have to look at it. Pete Davidson recently said that he and Colin Jost were very stoned when they bought that Staten Island ferry boat together. But in a new Instagram post, Colin says that he was, quote, stone cold sober. He also sounds a lot more optimistic about where that whole thing is headed. He says, quote, we're excited to prove the non-believers wrong. You're going to be begging to get on this ferry in 2 years. Mark my words. He's funny.
Yeah.
You don't know whether he's just doing the BS
to
or
counteract. Yeah. Now, what is your take on Colin Jost on SNL?
They have evolved, both of
Him
them,
and
Michael
Shay?
and Colin Jost, to where it's just they utilize the racial element of their team so beautifully, and it's so funny, and it's just so well done when they have jokes that they write for each other, which
Love
has
it.
gone
Yes.
an absolute viral sensation. They do a good job, and I think the writing is crisp too. I think their jokes are very, very funny.
He's one
And
of
there
my
have been
favorite
times
anchors. They're one of my
they-
favorite anchor teams they've ever
But
had.
there have been times where the writing has really been dull in that, so it's nice to see that that's that's good. It's my favorite part of the show.
I agree.
He also announced a stand-up tour that he's calling the Fairy Money Tour, and of course he's married to Scarlett Johansson.
And that's
so,
nice too.
There you are. Black Mirror season 6 landed on Netflix today, and there's an episode that features Salma Hayek. She plays a celebrity version of an everyday woman who gets her own TV drama based on her life. Salma says, quote, there are so many moments that shocked me in the script. There is one huge one that I had to come to terms with. What a great way to promote this show, isn't it?
Yeah.
And made me ask myself, do I really want to do this? Am I going to get in trouble? It's as if I created an alter ego where I could do the most disgusting, grotesque things that you would never do in real life. It's been absurd and a lot of fun. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play an interpretation of myself. When you promote like that, I know
Brilliant.
it's old hat with Hollywood to do it, but makes me want to run. Just like I ran to that old movie from Chris Pratt, The Terminalist,
Yeah.
which I should not have run to.
Oh, no.
But Mike, I disagree with you that that's old hat. That is very crisp and precise promotion.
Mhm.
By revealing nothing, she makes you want to see everything. I think
Yeah.
it's really well done.
Well, for most of her career, I've wanted to see everything.
Now you settle down.
There you go. Salma. When you were growing up, you may have dreamed of one day being a millionaire.
A what?
A millionaire.
Millionaire.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
These days, having $1 million is not enough to make you rich. Neither is $2 million, according to a new Modern Wealth survey.
$1 million.
From Charles Schwab, Americans consider themselves wealthy if they have an average of $2.2 million in assets, which includes cash, property, cars, and bling. That number is actually down from before the pandemic. In the early 2020 era, Americans said that $2.6 million was the magic number to be rich, but there's a difference between being wealthy and feeling wealthy. They surveyed 1,000 random people between the ages of 21 to 75 who had an average net worth of $560,000 in assets, and 48% of them said they were already feeling wealthy, even though they're well below the $2.2 million. That's because many people, especially younger adults, say money alone doesn't equal wealth. And there's also currency in experiences and relationships, and one they left out, which is time. I think
That's
time
true.
is something that if you have time in your life, you have wealth. I'm more jealous of the wealthy guys that I play golf with based on the fact that they don't slay the dragon anymore than I am their money. Because we're all doing the same thing. The difference between them and me is I'm hustling down to get there, and they're and then picking up a kid in the afternoon, and they're, where do you want to go to dinner, Phil?
Yeah.
That's so I'm a little jealous of that.
There's a viral statement from Scott Galloway. He's a NYU professor. He also has his own podcast. And Scott has a different take on this. He says that this new generation, they need to understand that in order to get where you're discussing right now, Mike, where you have that opportunity in later years to not work or slay the dragon into your 60s, if you want any shot of that, you have to sacrifice now.
Yeah.
Now.
And you, with the advent of, and I won't say athletes, that's been forever, influencers and people online, I mean, this guy, I don't know how he generates income, but I think he does because he's doing all these promotions, doing the slot stuff. Not everybody can do that crap. Yeah. And by the way, those slots are taken. So it's right up there with the fast buck, Oscar. It doesn't come that way. It takes sweat equity.
This is the same.
To do that. And you got to do it for a long time. You got to work hard.
This is the same argument about 15 years ago that Dave Grohl made about talent shows like American Idol and, Next Biggest Star and all that thing. He says, now we've conditioned young musicians to think the way to succeed is to win a contest, when in fact the way you need to succeed is to work.
Yeah.
And it's the same cycle.
But you can't. It can't be done anymore because bands don't play clubs anymore.
But guys,
right,
I think this isn't applied to everything. Let me just be clear here. This is, if you're an artist or you are some sort of influence, I mean, the entertainment business is a different animal than it was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Even comedy, for that matter. I'm talking about business, your traditional careers. There's no way that, at least that I've seen, that anybody, unless you're a coder or you've come up with your own business, but even when you own your own business, say you're a one-man shop and you have, let's use like you're a programmer.
Okay.
And you have your own software. You still have to run it every day. Beyond 8 hours. There's no balance. You're working your ass off to make it happen.
Corporate structure you're in. And by the way, the foundation also that was garnered by our boy Oscar here to really start Podville and assist me in this show. The foundation was educational, and we are poo-pooing education at every turn.
Yeah,
You're
true.
hearing stories about it. You're hearing the stories about student debt. You're hearing the stories about, is it worth it? Mm-hmm. It is worth it if you combine it with a work ethic.
Yeah.
I mean, people call, really, to be honest with you, when I joke about people calling me a socialist, I'm not a socialist. I'm a capitalist. And it really pisses me off sometimes, but I can't show my ass because that would give them just what they wanted from me. But really, the whole idea of that is, if you don't have the idea, which is quick buck to a degree.
Yeah, Absolutely.
You can still achieve things by putting the effort in.
Correct.
And garnering the assets that give you the
Correct.
opportunity to perhaps
and learn
grow.
about what compound, interest is, and it's a different world. It's just a different world.
It's a different world, but it's not all financial, and it's not all
Correct.
entertainment, and
Correct.
it's not all whatever it is. Getting back to the being happy, you don't need $2 million to be happy.
You don't.
You don't,
But
because
you have
really,
to sacrifice.
you have to. If you want that, some people are content with slaying the dragon in a low-level position that may not demand a lot of them, but at the same time allows them to spend time
Fair.
with their families.
Fair, yeah.
That's
That's
wealth
fair.
too.
Correct.
Believe me, my greatest asset is in the room next door right now. That's my and out in Los
Aw,
Angeles
so
and
sweet.
up in Virginia. It's the truth, though,
Yeah.
Oscar. That and later, I'd like to talk about follow up to yesterday
Yeah.
because people all want you to adopt again. But we don't have to do that if you don't want to, because that's infringing on your privacy.
It's fine.
And now a little something. Late night icon Jay Leno and podcaster and stand-up comic Adam Carolla will give a crash course in comedy to aspiring comedians and television writers as part of, get ready, Rob, the first ever comedy fantasy camp. We joked about it for decades,
We
and
did.
now it's real. I used to make a joke on the show about the Mike O'Mara Impressionist Camp. This is comedy camp. It'll
Oscar,
take-
the Impressions Camp was it was at Meriwether Post during
Right.
the daytime.
No.
In the summer.
So
In the
yeah,
summer.
and there
Yeah.
were cabins where the kids could stay.
Oh, that's
But-
sweet.
But it wouldn't
Behind
infringe on
the
the night.
stage.
Yeah, and every morning Mike would set up a beautiful breakfast on the stage.
Free breakfast.
Yeah, with those heated things you see in hotel
Yes.
buffets where you
Yeah.
can pick the big silver lid up. And
Before
then
the mic comes out.
Yeah, and then the mic would come out and he would say, "Today, Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum."
Yeah, today we had a Jeff Goldblum workshop. So the fantasy camp, God,
I know.
Adam Carolla and Jay Leno.
And of course,
Wow.
Jay Leno. Of course.
That'll take place in Hollywood, California from October 12th to the 15th. Over the course of the camp, attendees will participate in mentoring sessions, Q&As, and master classes to develop their own stand-up routines. Writers will collaborate on writing skills and see their work performed by the aspiring comics in a live comedy show at the Hollywood Improv. Campers will
Campers.
Campers will also have the opportunity to pitch their own show ideas to a panel of experienced producers and writers. The camp, which is primarily geared towards adults, is open to all ages and skill levels. Jay Leno's next project will be selling a line of pillows. Jay's pillows will be available in the fire prevention section of your local hardware store. Adam Carolla, he will continue to deny COVID, refuse to apologize, and tell people to F off. So that's it. Yeah, I thought I'd do it,
I want to go to that camp just to see Jay's new ear.
There we go. We'll be right back, everybody.
Pillows.
Discover the ultimate solution for your financial planning with Fabric by Gerber Life's quick and easy life insurance policies. In just 10 minutes, you can customize a quote and secure coverage of up to $1 million for less than $1 a day. Plus, enjoy the peace of mind that comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and the flexibility to cancel anytime. Don't leave your family's future to chance. Take action and get Fabric by Gerber Life today. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/TMOS. That's meetfabric.com/TMOS. MEET fabric.com/TMOS. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. Before we get on, thinking about that last thing with Leno.
Yes, I'm still am, yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. I got a guy online since I got into watches that has a master class for selling watches, and it is impossible for me to pursue it because immediately when I see something like that online, it becomes indelibly clear to me that he's not making his money selling watches. He's making
It's
his
a
money
class.
telling
Yeah,
people
it's a class.
how to do it. It's the same goddamn
Have
thing.
you known anyone
It
who's ever
always is.
taken one of those master classes? Because they're tempting sometimes. It's like, I
Yeah,
mean,
I
like
have.
you have.
I
What did you
took
take?
one-
I don't watch them to change my life. I just watch them to learn what I can. It's not going to change my career.
Okay, what did you watch your master class in?
The Ron Howard one, the directing one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was.
I
It's
did
really
a
good.
James Patterson.
Yeah.
I did
A
one.
writing one.
I did the Chrissy Metz one.
Cute.
I couldn't finish.
I told you. I was 3 feet away from her.
I know. Well, everyone
No
is.
way. How dare you?
But really, if I can say seriously, regarding, I get a lot of notice for doing this show and prepping this show, and I put a lot into it, and I care about it. I really do. But yeah, behind the scenes, the work that Oscar Santana has done for me to sweat details to get us through some tough times, which we're going through, is not unappreciated, Oscar. And I wanted to tell you that publicly because I know, that we're always dealing with the different things we have to deal with.
Yeah.
If you weren't here, we would not have a show.
This is true. Absolutely.
And it's really, you sweat it for Rob, you sweat it for Pony, and you sweat it for me. And, that's why sometimes you have holes in your stomach and swimmers don't swim.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yesterday on the show, when we were talking about that, there was a picture that struck me of a grandmother that posted a picture of her grandkid, Dominique, I think the child's name was, and the baby was so adorable, and it was an adopted baby that was a grandchild. And she was so loving about her new grandchild, and it just tells me that if you go that route, I think there was Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is the the biatch who's in the congressional committee, and she's giving this this talking head, this representative of the administration. She was some bureaucrat in the government who was married to another woman, and they had adopted children.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Well, you're not a real mother." And nothing could be further from the truth. There are so many adoptive parents that have done such a great job with kids. So I wanted to say a shout out to all the people that have made people's lives better with love. And that's what it's all about.
It's, candidly, and I'm sorry that if I haven't written back to everybody that reached out, especially about adoption and just, working through certain levels of infertility, but more importantly, trying to be a father at a later age. For me, this is a nice. I'm not really good. I'm not very good at. I like to make jokes about terrible things that are happening in my life. I think this is why we do what we do here.
Yeah.
But there is a level of, just, you start wondering if this is going to happen for us. But we're also not in. We're into, like, let's say, our first full year of just looking and, going to a place and paying X, Y, and Z to figure that out.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you see yourself in sometime in the future doing it, having a child, not anywhere
in some capacity?
In some capacity?
Yes, I want to, but there are also times where, and anybody that's been through this, you have that sobering conversation with yourself that says, well, and my mom said this, and I love my mom, but she sometimes is like ruthless and heartless. She's like, well, maybe it's not God's plan for you. And
so passive.
I know.
Invoking the Lord's name.
That stung.
Oscar, I'd like to pray with you.
You think she'll be saying that to you on your trip up to Boston?
No. So I want to, and you know why the adoption is not out of the conversation? It's because my DNA is built out of, helping and providing. I think we all know that about me to a certain extent. I can be a complete jerk sometimes when I'm running a project to push it across the finish line. But as a person, I think I'm a pretty good person. And if there is any type of success, whether it be this type of success or a higher level of monetary success, I wouldn't feel fulfilled if I couldn't share it with other people.
That answers the question.
Yeah.
That answers the question is only, the idea of look, my mom, God rest her soul, I've said this. Look, I might be doing this more often as I get on in years when I'm talking about life in general, but it really is true. Some of the things I've heard growing up all my life about the idea of doing something, whether it's a family member, whether it's a total stranger, whether it's anything. If you are somebody who feels like there's that emptiness. By the way, this purpose can be affect your bottom line. You can do this as a job. You can do this anywhere. But having a purpose and having something where you're doing people a good turn. Even there are plenty of jobs where you don't get that satisfaction, and I think that is to the core of being a human being. It's essential. You're empty if you don't do that. Self-aggrandizement. We have a walking, talking example of it in our top leadership when you look at Donald Trump, because I really think at his core he doesn't care enough about doing something for even his own kids. To really feel that satisfaction. I want to get off the Donald Trump thing. I've rung that bell a lot this week. But my mom, when she almost looked like she was failing after my father died, got back into her volunteering at the Children's Hospital, and it was this purpose of feeling like you're helping other people, and in fact helping other people that makes it. That can be there are just so many opportunities and different ways of doing that. It doesn't matter if you take your neighbor's trash barrels in off the street every week.
Right.
It can be anything like that, but it's just a little moment that does that. I'm bored out of my mind at my little son's training for football because it's not competing and throwing the ball and doing it. They're out there exercising, and I'm sitting there because we are required to by this league, which is another thing I like about it. And you're sitting there, and the satisfaction comes with, I know I'm doing the right thing here.
Right.
I know I'm satisfied with my life sitting here in 96-degree heat for an hour and a half, waiting for my son to get done exercising. And it's a feeling that washes over you, and you feel good. That's with anything in life. Feeling that way is
I agree.
is a good way.
I'll give you an example. Shannon is 8 years younger than me. We watched the Blackberry movie, which, by the way, I could recommend to anyone. It's
about the business that failed.
Yeah, but it is compelling and it is well done. It's not nerdy. My wife was into it.
So it's a movie about the BlackBerry,
of the inception of the company, and then its subsequent fall to the iPhone.
Okay, very good.
Can I just add one thing quick?
Yes.
Because I'll forget.
Yes.
You can be a jerk too. I'm not saying that doing these things makes you a better person. It doesn't. There are plenty of people that have done a lot for others and gotten that level of satisfaction, and then in other aspects of their life been a nozzle.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yes.
Okay, it happens all the time. So I just wanted to qualify.
Yeah, of course, of course. And thank you for that. The kind words. I'm thoroughly uncomfortable, so I'm going to move on.
Okay.
But that was a valid message to all the nozzles. Right?
Yes.
Thank you.
So we're watching the film, and she says, when you met me, I remember I had a BlackBerry Storm, and we started dating, and so that takes us back to like 2009.
Okay.
When we first started dating, and she said, I remember once you surprised me with an iPhone in the mail because she lived in Phoenix, and I went back to that time and I said, oh my God, I was the best boyfriend ever. I'm just sending iPhones to women in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She should be treating me so much better than she does.
There. See what I mean about wanting to do for others and then being a nozzle? It just was
but it's a great cocktail right there.
It's a
the
wonderful
giving nozzle.
Just an anecdote.
Yes.
And
anecdote.
You got the genes, you kind of predisposed to that kind of. What do you have the genes for, Rob? What are you predisposed to in your life?
Well, his stretchy jeans.
They are stretchy jeans. I would say that I am, by most accounts, a pleaser. I like people to be happy. I share. I will help out. One thing I like to do is if I see an older person at a grocery store or at Costco, I will follow them for a little bit in case they need like a case of water or something. I'll get it for them because that's something they need, or dog food, something heavy. I'll help them. I'll put them in the car. If you hang out in the water area for a couple minutes, you're going to be able to do that.
You know what I do at the grocery store?
What's that?
I will be next to a senior, and we have plenty of senior citizens down here, and we'll be sort of side by side, that awkward moment.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
coming up to a checkout line, and I will always say, I'll point to the ground, and I'll say, "Is that a winning lottery ticket?" And the person will turn away and lean, and I'll move in front of them.
And what you've done is you've given them hope.
No, I've given them a reality check that don't trust strangers.
Okay, I see. I thought you were giving hope that they won.
I don't know. We have to take a break, and when we come back, boy, there's so much, and we're running out of time. We're running out of time. We need time. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, with more fun and more thrills right here on the Oscars Adopting a Baby show.
Change the name.
Hey, everybody. Father's Day is approaching, and this Sunday is Father's Day, you big stupid idiot. Therefore, it's time to surprise your pop with one of my signature beauty packages. Yeah, I realize you might look at me and not realize I'm beautiful, but I really am. I'm
you are.
On the inside. And beauty packages make men smile. Because you need to take care of your Derm Glow skin. Get ready to make him smile with either the big or little package of mine. Mike's big or Mike's little. Both on sale. Ladies, we haven't forgotten about you. Carla's Beauty Bundle is also on sale, so it's your chance to indulge. With Derm Glow, you can expect fast shipping and worldwide delivery. They even offer Afterpay for your convenience. Discover the power of virtual skin consultations to enhance your loveliness. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on these amazing deals. Visit DermGlowSkin.com today and shop for incredible offers that will brighten anyone's day, including yours. Dermglow Skin, the ultimate facial boutique, featuring facials and products by the pampering esthetician. Reach out today and tell them that circus legend Gunther Gable-Williams sent you. He worked with lions, you know.
Yes, he did tigers.
That's it. Now, you know what? Dealer's choice. You two are going to be here next week when I take a little break. So I know both of you brought a lot of stuff to the table today. What do you want to talk about?
I have to ask Oscar, have you seen episode 2 of Idol?
Yes.
This is the show that is the dirty show with Johnny Depp's
It's not the
daughter.
dirty show. First of all, we're not prudes.
No.
Okay, but it's the naughty
This is a show about the making and coming of age of a pop star in today's media world.
And that
she's the pop star?
Yes. And that aspect of it is fantastic.
Yes.
Love the business
side.
The business side of it, and her manager versus her agent.
I love the whole show privately.
Yeah, you're really not allowed to
the
like
private
it.
element is the stuff where there's a little hanky-panky going on.
Well, not Hank. It's saucy.
It's
well,
kinky?
It's
Is
more,
it kinky?
It's kinky.
Oh, there's some stuff in it where I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
The thing that I watched it with Carrie last night.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, why would you do it? You got to sneak away.
No, because you know what? She's buried in her phone. It's like she's not even there. And I've got to watch it anyway, and I wanted to watch it.
And it's
Carrie,
just the way he likes it.
I have to watch this for work.
I didn't say that. Could have said that, but I did not say that.
But you're obviously compelled by this show.
Well, I left it, and I said, first of all, one of the male lead is The Weeknd.
Yes.
And he's acting under his regular name. I forget what it is. But
The Weekday.
It's Saturday.
No, isn't it Mustaf something? I mean, it's
no, his real name is Wednesday.
It's not. You're just being goofy. I think his last name is Tesfaye.
Let me look.
Thank you. But
let me look it up.
I just know him as The Weeknd.
Yeah, but Carrie and I agree that he is weird looking, which is a little off-putting.
It's Abel.
Yeah, he's got an unusual shape.
Abel Tesfaye.
Yeah.
What is it?
Abel Tesfaye.
Abel Tesfaye. I'm sorry I said Mustaf.
No, you were close. And also,
such an old part.
We finished the show, and it was like 50 minutes, right? And I turned it off, and I looked at her. I said, how could something so explicit lack sexiness? And that's the problem I have with it. It's not a sexy show.
I disagree.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
If you're, what you're saying is something I felt watching content before, where it's just like, is it disturbing?
There are portions of it that are slightly disturbing. Yeah.
Oh, now
yeah.
If it's not sexy, then what is it?
It's I'll
have it on. I know, and the TV's like out near our sun porch up in Maine, and I know like a cousin will come over right at that moment.
I would call it explicit.
Yeah, but that's Explicit can be sexy.
It can be, but not necessarily. What's the matter with
English?
Okay, Grandpa.
Is it English? Does it have English?
There are
Were
moments.
you bothered with what he did to her with the scarf?
Okay, I found this on the web for Is It English?
What did I do?
Longer.
I
Check
didn't
it
touch
out.
anything.
Don't search that.
Yes.
You
But
found,
I
did
also-
you, so you were upset by that, bothered by
yeah,
it.
but that doesn't. The show overall is sexy, in my opinion.
The show looks dirty.
That's in fairness, you have a different lens on sexuality than I do.
Okay.
Than Mike.
The
does.
ability to make a baby? Is that
He
the
watches a
No,
lot
it's
more
different.
porn than
It's
we
different.
do. And he watches that porn from his generation.
That's true. The
which
violent,
is that
ugly,
reality,
yeah.
nasty, dirty,
Hey,
gross, greasy,
Hey,
Do you mean
unwashed nastiness.
Well, look,
do you mean
that
James?
you like? Do you correct me if I'm wrong? You and well, the junkies are a little.
the
older
brothers
than
that
you.
are that made that reality series? Am I into that, or the guys
like the
who
stuff that was
decided
a
to
little more
restore a
reality,
van
like
and then
meet-
to give people rides?
Yeah, meet the
that's
girl off
different.
the
It's
street.
different. It's different.
Yeah,
it's
he's referring
Don't
to
care for it.
James and Philip Bang.
So it's
they're
what it is-
siblings.
Can you stop talking for just a second, please?
Sure.
I'm
What
trying
about
to
the
have a
Kings
discussion.
that are
But
that
no,
of
it's
reality?
like because I like the production values. I like the fake porn more than
It's
you.
all
You like the
fake.
reality, but it's all fake.
It's
but my
fake
point-
reality, Mike.
I know, but my point is, I like lighting. You know,
No,
that
you're an
type of
artist.
thing. I like it better. I like
Yeah,
it to
I
look like
got
a
it.
real movie.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
But in this movie, there are sequences, this show rather, I should say, there are sequences that are really well done. She goes to shoot a video this week, and it's amazing. The way you never think about what goes into producing a music video, and it was a great sequence. But then when it gets so kinky and weird, it's just not my
Can
scene.
I ask you
Yeah.
a private question that's not gross or grotesque?
That's growing up a little bit. That's
Okay.
getting older.
Okay, maybe, yeah.
Have you ever, in a sexy way,
Right.
like it with maybe a velvet rope,
Yes.
tied Carrie's hands together?
No.
Okay.
No. Have you?
Not your wife,
That's what I was wondering.
but my wife, yes. So I think that speaks volumes of like what I guess our level of what we think is appealing.
Okay, I
Right?
suppose that's right.
Have you done it in a non-sexy way to just like get her to leave you alone?
Pony with the kicker.
Yeah,
Again,
the Pony
we got
was-
a break.
that
No,
was-
we can't improve on that. Just tied her hands together to get her to leave you alone.
Pony did a good
She's
job.
sitting in
He
the kitchen.
remembers having sex.
Oh, so cruel. Anyway, we got to take a break. When we are we up on the?
Yeah, we're gonna flip side it.
God,
Mike, you have to watch the show.
You really
I
do.
will.
Just be
I
like,
will. I'll
"Look,
watch
come
it when I'm up there in the Northland. That ought to be interesting. We'll be right back.
Kathy, come over.
Have you ever tried this?
Oh, gross. I don't know. It's not going to work.
Paul, what about this?
Oh, God.
Hey, Paul.
Kickstart your journey towards healthy financial habits and do it with Chime.
Ding.
From your very first paycheck, set yourself up for success by signing up for Chime. And linking a qualifying direct deposit, you'll unlock a range of benefits. Enjoy the convenience of getting paid up to 2 days early and the peace of mind that comes with fee-free overdraft protection up to $200. Say goodbye to monthly fees, minimum balance requirements, and deposit obligations. Take control of your financial future with Chime. Join today, so sign up for a Chime. Join today. So sign up for a Chime checking account today to link your paycheck. You were supposed to fix that. Today to link your paycheck. It only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/TMOS. That's chime.com/TMOS. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank provide. Let me start again.
Mm-hmm.
Banking. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Limping to the finish line here. Banking services and debt card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A., members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. See chime.com/SpotMe. Thank you. And now it's time to do the flip side.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very, very exciting. How about playing it? There it is. Yeah, that's not up either. What is going on with my life today?
I think I wrecked you with the velvet rope.
No, I had to mute Siri. Mike's losing it.
The flip side.
You are not
like 9 times
not
during the show
losing
today.
it.
The funniest line yesterday, I forgot who I attributed it to, but you can't lose it if you never had it. That was funny. That was nasty funny. Love that. Thank
Charlie
you.
Sheen has a daughter with Denise Richards called Sammy.
Sammy.
S-A-M-I. And she wants you to know she's not a porn star. She's a sex
It's funny
worker.
the stuff you include that I edit out.
Really? You don't think this is intriguing?
No, I could
Kinda
give a
this
rat's
is
ass
gross.
about
All right,
it.
then let's move on. Mike,
All right.
Dateline Florida.
Yes.
You've got the best police down there, don't you?
We have police. We have sheriffs down here who are television stars. They like going on and telling how when people have been arrested, they're convicted with these sheriffs. They get out and they exploit. I mean, it's weird. It's a
Well,
weird
this
world.
guy got fired because he was pulled over for speeding on his way to work. This
This
is
is
a
a
cop.
sheriff?
A cop was
Okay.
pulled over for speeding on his way to work, got fed up, and just pulled off.
You going to pull over?
What? I am going into work, my man. Why are you trying to pull me over as I'm going into work?
Because you're going 80 and a 45.
I am going into work.
Okay, where are you going
What
to
does
work
it look
for?
like I am dressed for?
My name is Deputy Hilton, and they see your driver's license.
No.
10-4, I got a city Orlando PD taking off from a traffic stop.
He just left. So he got fired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cops getting stopped by cops is just always a bad thing. It really is.
It
It's
is.
always a bad. I remember somebody taught me either North or South Carolina, a buddy of mine that was a federal marshal, and they were going down on a golf trip, and they had 5 guys in the car. They had a loaded up car going down there.
Yeah.
They got pulled over, and he looks at me and goes, "Guy wrote us up. 5 badges in the car, and he still wrote us up."
No kidding.
I remember when I had a officer friendly badge in my Audi,
Yes.
and I had Jerky's business card in
Oh,
that.
dear. Did you
and
whip 'em
I
all
showed
out?
it to a DCPD, and he was like a little off put that I had that.
Yeah.
And then he walked away and came back. He's like, "Fine, warning," but so mad,
Yeah.
so mad.
Yeah.
You take it's
So
a slippery
mad.
slope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's probably competition within the force, and they want to be the biggest guy.
Well, it depends. There, all sorts of theories on it. Different jurisdictions, different
Sure.
types of cops.
Sure,
Stadies, normally state cops. It's tough.
All right.
It's tough. It's a
Mike,
different code.
to you and I, 1980 doesn't seem that long ago.
No, it doesn't. I was at American University.
It's
I was in Bolivia.
43 years ago, which is scary to say. But in 1980, they did a report on the news about a law being passed to prohibit open containers in your car.
Okay.
In 1980, they still hadn't passed the law about driving while drinking.
Jeez.
Now, this is not DUI. This is driving while drinking.
Got
and
it.
so these are the people reacting to it. I think this is funny because it's just 1980. Also know that the lady they interview has a child seat buckled in her front seat. Okay.
Oh, no.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. And pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Yeah.
We've always been done.
Oh, we're the stupidest.
Yeah.
We're the stupidest.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And Mike, you know who's smart is Australians. And if you were if you were in Melbourne this week, you could have gone to the Australian festival where they handed out 10,000 kazoos to all the attendants of this music festival. I might have wanted to kill myself.
As you probably know by now, Melbourne hosted a 10,000 person kazoo event for free. You got given a free kazoo and basically you were encouraged to make a rocket. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it was maybe the best afternoon of my life. Now I feel like I'm part of a secret kazoo club. After the event, kazoos on the tram, kazoos in the club, Kazoo Club Unite. It was also a bartender's birthday at the Spleen Bar, and we played him Happy Birthday in the kazoo. He loved it. No, he didn't.
So if you want a free
Were
kazoo.
there any clips of like where they all were playing at the same time?
It was in there a little bit, but it was a TikTok video, so like everything else, it's sloppily edited. But
Okay.
yeah, they did do. There was one clip where there was looked like maybe 200-300 people kazooing. It's just a kazoo is an annoying instrument.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could do that.
I liked it as a kid, though. I love the kazoo.
Oscar,
Really?
yeah.
I see this, and that we have a fledgling GDP, and I wonder why people aren't going back to work. And I think about this. This is why.
Going to the kazoo festival?
Yes.
Yeah, well, at least it's staying under. At least it's staying under.
They allowed them to kazoo from home, which was nice.
Jesus.
And Mike, I pulled this because this guy, he's stolen something you've said for years. It's a comic I like, Nate Bargatze. He's older. He's 45, and he has trouble with one of our favorite foods.
I love pancakes. I love them so much. And they make me so tired.
Amen, brother.
And I never blame them. I'm always like, what is up with me today?
That's so true.
I can't get it going, you know? And I'll go to my wife, I'm like, I think we need new pillows. And she's like, you think it's that loaf of bread and syrup you just say?
Mike, that's all I got for you today.
That's awesome. It's so true.
It makes me so tired.
Hey, listen, I'm taking a little break, and the guys will be here next week, and we look forward to joining you for many, many nice episodes when I get up to the Pine Tree
And
State
a bonus show tomorrow, so don't miss
bonus
out.
show tomorrow,
Right.
absolutely. Hey, everybody, for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Buy a fruitcake.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Oh, you're starting right in, huh? Starting right in with the insults. No warming up in the pool.
Here's Johnny. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Why don't you love me?
Mike is very, very, very attractive.
That's it? That's all you got for me up here, you candy-ass clown? Come on, bitch!